Like if you go read up on the story of how Kamala Harris, who is the Democratic nominee for president of the United States right now, and her husband, Douglas EMHOFF, who is a wheeler and dealer out of Hollywood, a Hollywood lawyer, the biggest Hollywood lawyer that everyone goes to. If you read up on on their connection, when you read it, you'll come across that someone, they don't tell you who the name was, hooked them up on a blind date. Think about it now. In the universe, nothing is coincidental. It's coincidental. You meeting your spouse, you're meeting the last person or girlfriend that you met, or the last person that you made love to. None of that is coincidence. The universe is in front of us. That's why they can read it. You can read it because it's expanding. It's still exploding. That's not coincidence. And I assure you of this. Whoever hooked them up, they don't tell you the name when you read it. They just say a mutual friend hooked them up and they went on a blind date. I'll assure you, you don't have to tell me the name because I know who hooked them up. It was the goddamn devil. That's who the fuck it was. I don't need to know what his name was, what caricature he was playing, or what ethnicity or whatever. That was the goddamn devil. Because they were putting together, when they put them on a blind date, they were putting together the 2024 candidacy. They were putting together a team, not a marriage, not a love story, not a, gee, we just met on a blind date. They were not putting that there. They were putting together a ticket to the national election, to the presidential national election. That's what they were putting together. Whoever told them, look, I know somebody you should meet. I know somebody that you should meet. Why don't y'all go on, okay, why don't y'all go on a blind date? That's not how that happened. See, it's all set up. It was set up. Because if you think her being in the White House, she already made it the vice presidency. What the hell else you think gonna happen? How did she get that far? A black woman. The Madonna. The true goddess. And now she gets to preside over the beast. And so I just wanted to talk to you so that you take a look at that. And you'll start to understand politics and how they work. Because none of politics, none of it is by coincidence or accident or some casual meeting. It don't work like that. The world powers, they don't work like that. It's not just anybody, some random selection gets the, Princess Diana or Charles. You think that's some damn coincidence? It wasn't. Those meetings, anytime powers meet, anytime back in history when the daughter of England married, or the daughter of some Irishman married royalty of England, it's a setup. It's for territory. It's for power that it's done. Anytime families of royalty and royal crest over here, anytime they meet and they marry each other, it's to unify power. It's to unify nations. That's what it's for. And then, what I did, because I just always go digging where I shouldn't be digging. And to show you what I mean by the unification of power. Now, you have a Jew in Douglas EMHOFF, and I don't mean it anti-Semitically, and shit, maybe I do. I don't know. I don't have nothing against pretty much nobody on this planet, because it's all just history to me. But then you have an Indian American or someone with India's blood. But you know what you can do? Because I'm always going looking at shit, kind of dig up and like, what is this? Like pulling back the dirt and like, wow, look what I found. Like I said to myself, when those Indians took over those stores, remember I did a video on that. But I went reading and digging, and you know what I found? You know what I found? That, the Jews, they go and take over. When Herschel sent them out from Germany with central banking, they went to all the ends of the earth, the four corners of the earth. The Jews were in India when they was toting opium to China to enslave China, and niggas to America to enslave indentured service here. They were already in India. They were there. Like all the news know about Mahatma Gandhi and the shit he went through. He went through shit dealing with Jewish citizenship. They was over there ruling, taking control of that shit. But what's fantastic, it makes you say, wow, is that the people in those stores, you ask them what their religion is. You'll think it's some kind of Hindu religion. Hindu encapsulate a lot of different religions. You'll think they Hindus and whatever religion or part of Hindu that they are. And many of them may be Hindu. But the marriage of the economies, the Jews went over in India and been marrying Indians for a very long time, hundreds of years, all the way back past Gandhi when they went there. And so a lot of Indians, you'll see, what their religion is. I'll give you 6 guesses, 6 times, and 6 more guesses. 666. You know what their religion is? They may not tell you. When I read that shit and I said they were marrying into, because they're a small group of people and they'll go into a country and to get in their citizenship and they'll start breeding it. Their religion is Jewish. It fucked me. When I read that, I sat back off the book. I sat back and I said, well, I'll be damned. Because remember I said, the Jews used to own the stores. A deal was cut with the Jews and now the Indians are. But what you have to get, you think those are all like Hindus or Buddhists or whatever. They fucking Jewish. And so back to the marriage of when you see, I said that to say when you see like Kamala and then you see Douglas EMHOFF, you don't know what you're looking at. You think you looking at perhaps, how you say, what's the word they use in the Bible? Like you think it's just a coincidence. Perhaps this happened. Perhaps my ass. Perhaps those are setups. And so the presidential candidates, that's why with me when I look at the presidential nomination, that's what I'm trying to put together so that you can see it's a setup. You just gotta ask yourself, she a black woman, fuck just being president. How the fuck did she get the vice president? How did she make it that far? Who is behind her? What's the setup? And that's your food for thought this morning. And to show you how crest and royal crest and people are put together for territories and power. That's what it's done for. And you have to understand that. And so to understand Kamala Harris and Douglas EMHOFF, that is not a coincidence. That is put together to go conquer nations and power. We shall see. Thanks for listening once again. Have a great day.